Okay, what we're looking at here is Bastinelli's page, Bastinelli Knives, Bastinelli Creations. I'm going to show you a couple little clips here. I'm left-handed, remember that. I'm holding my right hand. So forgive me. Okay, this is a Pica Black. Pica Primal. Okay. Sorry, my thumb was in the way. These are big. Looking for a small one. Spade. Spade serrated. Go to page 2, shall we? Oh, this is page 2, I'm sorry. This is what I have here, you'll see that in a minute. BB Drago. The B. And there are several variations of everything. Like serrated, unserrated, or black, or stainless, or... Double B. Sorry, my thumb's away again. That's a little. That's like $800 right there. A little inexpensive, but you get the idea. Diagnostic. That's nice. That's a neck knife. I'm on his page because he has a lot of nice stuff, but there are other options out there, but he happens to be very, very good. Feather K with sheath. I'm using him as a prime example. Innocent, I like that. Innocent is nice. Gambler is a new item he has there. Gambler. And there's one full I wanted to show. Folder, okay. I'm sorry about the mess. Blackbird. See that ring? Okay. Niece and nephews, they were a little down in the Disney World. The reason why I was showing you that stuff was that's an example of fixed blade knives, many of which are very small. Most are actually catered to women. And the one with the ring, the fold with the ring, the thing with that ring is that if you're in a situation where you're being attacked, but not a deadly attack, you can use that ring as a punch enhancer. Because to use a knife or a gun is deadly force. You can only use knives and guns if you honestly believe you're going to die, be raped, or be kidnapped. It's the last resort, okay? The ring punch is not that bad. Pepper spray is not that bad. This I got from Multi Gun Man. It's called the Kubaton. Hold up to the light. Look at it. Kubaton. Okay. Also Multi Gun Man Uzi pen. It's out of the box now. Put it that way. Yeah. Well, I see you guys. Some flashlights can also be impact devices, non-deadly. This is my everyday carry knife here. The red. It has the glass breaker here. This was designed by Dave Benton Boone. That's my defensive carry. Vertical, horizontal, left or right. This is the sheath. Okay. Now, folding knives are not necessarily good for defense because it takes 1/2 of a second to deploy them. And that 1/2 of a second could mean life or death. Fixed blades are better because they're easier to deploy, and obviously this is a last ditch situation. And obviously, you know, you can't bring it to the airport, government building, school, blah, 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 blah. Now, Bastinelli on his Instagram page, he does have pictures of women posing with various small knives. Most of his knives are geared towards women. They have like a dress with a sheath strapped to the leg. Some people don't like neck knives because the necklace could be used as a strangulation device if the attacker gets up hand on you. But people, especially women, need to have a defensive option when they run, or when they jog, or when they walk, or when they bicycle, or when they are out and about. They need to have a defensive method. One defensive method is to have another person with you, because 2 are less likely to be attacked. 3 are less likely to be attacked. But you need to have some form of method with you. This girl that in Georgia, I mean, God rest her soul, I don't know if she had a weapon on her. I don't know if she was very capable of self-defense, I don't know. Majority of the time, self-defense relies on physical strength, which means that the person that is the largest might have an upper edge. Another situation might be the person is smaller, or even a woman, but they are a trained fighter. Example, an MMA fighter, Holly Holmes, Gina Carano, they will defeat a man. They can't defeat a man that's MMA trained probably, but a man that's not a trained fighter, they can defeat him. Another thing is the sheer will to survive. And there have been stories of very, very small, tiny, weak women that have been very, very frail physically, but for whatever reason, they decided they're not going to be a victim. And they're able to fend off attackers twice their strength. Often with bare hands, when their adrenaline gets pumping. But women should be taking self-defense classes. Women should be carrying weapons, pepper spray, Kubotan, fixed blade knife, Uzi pen. There are various impact tools. Flashlights can be impact tools. You should carry some form of impact tool or striking tool or some instrument that you can use to hurt your attacker. Now, maybe you survive, maybe you die, but it's just you need to prepare yourself. And I had a friend of mine from high school who was a Jew. And he was telling me that I'm paranoid. I mentioned it a couple of times. And he's like, you're always paranoid. And I don't live my life in fear. And I said, dude, you're a Jew. And I said, you remember what happened the last time you guys weren't ready. A lot of cases they were not allowed to be ready because their weapons were taken away from them. But there were a lot of Jews living in Europe at the time who will tell you, I didn't think it was going to go that far. It started out small. Jews can't own guns. Then it went further than that. Next thing you know, you're being thrown in a fucking gas chamber. And that was their story. And a lot of Jews today that are in their late 80s, early 90s, who were children during the Holocaust, they all tell you, we didn't think it would go that far. Well, it did. In America today, you have a wide open border, and you have several million invaders in this country. They're invaders. They are enemy combatants. And because they're not wearing uniforms, they're terrorists or saboteurs, but they're not soldiers. Okay? You also have domestic predators. There are guys that were born and raised in America that are American citizens that are worse than them. I understand that too. But you need to be prepared. I would suggest jogging at a track, in a college or high school campus, jogging on a treadmill, jogging in a very well-lit neighborhood in a good time of day. I've seen women jogging on my neighborhood in broad daylight where there are lots of people around. I would strongly suggest staying away from wooded areas, off roads, isolated areas. And I would strongly suggest figure out some way to carry a weapon. Go on Bastianelli's page and look at him. I'm gonna put a link to him if I can on this page. But you guys need to be prepared. Women, a man can be a victim too, I understand that. But women tend to be victims more than men. And the truth is, a guy that's like 6 feet tall, 200 pounds, is gonna see a 5'1" woman who weighs 95 pounds, and he's gonna see a target. Okay? And it's in her best interest, not mine, but hers, to make herself less of a target. Whether that means having 5 friends with her, whether that means being in a well-lit area, whether that means having a weapon on her. Okay? That's it, guys.